Hello and good evening, everybody, and welcome to what may very well be one of the greatest games ever made. I am, of course, referring to Castlevania Symphony of the Night, the game that launched the genre of Metroidvanias. Without this, this and Super Metroid are the two central pillars of the genre. Without those two games, the genre as we know it today would not exist. No Hollow Knight, um, Dead Cells. I'm trying to think of some other like really good Metroidvanias at the top of my head, but none of them, not a single one, would exist without these two. And while Super Metroid is a wonderful game, I've never played it. I have never played it, and it's definitely on the list for sure. But SotN is one of my favorite games. The presentation is solid, the setting is solid, the music fucks, it's beautiful to look at. Just Yoshitaka Amano, just God, he draws beautiful men. This is the standard to which all Metroidvanias must be held. I'm a firm believer in that. And it has been a while since I played it last. It's been a few years. In fact, it's been a few years since we revisited this franchise, or similar. When we played Hollow Knight, of course, a while back. The 2-bit adventurers were along for that. We played the multiplayer mod. But we have not touched, like, the genre, or rather the franchise as a whole. I do consider Bloodstained-ish because it is, by the same... Because it is Koji. Since Bloodstained, yeah, and we haven't played Bloodstained in a few years, and I was thinking, well, we could go back and do Bloodstained, or we could do this, and I really wanted to do this. Desert had recommended we do this, Bird had recommended we do this, so we're going to do this. And, of course, never played Symphony, but did go through Aria. Now, I had thought about playing Aria and Dawn, and that might happen. Also, let me know how the sound is. When I booted it up earlier, it was crazy loud, so I had to drop it down a little bit. If it's too quiet, let me know and I can adjust it. The anime one was Dawn. Like the DS ones. Yeah, those were really, really anime. But fun fact, before we get started, some deep, still pretty loud compared to voice. Is that better? But fun fact, when I was but a wee pupper, I had a what is going on here? I think our issue may actually be, hold on. Yeah, I think our issue might actually be with our mic more than anything else, but let me know. Alright, but when I was but a wee pupper, one of my first consoles was actually a modded PS1. Statute of limitations is up, so I think I can be pretty honest. If you're unfamiliar with the modding scene of that generation, essentially, with the advent of CDs and later DVDs, you could just burn copies of games, but they did have copy protection. And so what you would have to do, I actually had a physical mod chip. And so what would happen is, when I was growing up, I would go to Blockbuster once a week, and I would rent a game. My dad would pop it in the PC, burn a copy of it using some piracy software. And then through the power of the mod chip, you could bypass the copy protection and just get games for $5. So that was like my whole childhood, was like going to Blockbuster, renting games, and expanding my collection. And when my dad bought it, I think he bought it, I forget where he got it from. The guy gave me like a whole collection of like dupe PS1 games. I still have them all to this day. If you've ever met me face to face, I have like a huge collection of dupe PS1 games. And one of my favorites was a little disc called Castlevania with an M, which was a dupe of this game. And the dupe was corrupted. So like the voice acting didn't work properly. The Richter mode was bugged. But when I was a kid, I couldn't beat it. But like when I got older, I went back and I played it. I played it more than once, and you know, it's a family affair. But no, this game holds a very special place in my heart. I didn't even know it had voice acting until I was older. So being able to come back and like play it with you guys, especially doing it on a stick. Yeah, playing a Metroidvania on a stick, I've had the itch. But yeah. So let's start, shall we? This is like the deep nostalgia. If you thought I was like going back when we were playing FFTA, I hope you enjoyed that, because you're going to have a lot more of it this go-around. Alright. And we're going to name our file. I was playtesting this earlier, and I'm just so lucky that that the default configuration seems doable on a stick. But yeah, let's get started. Journey back to 1792 and the Transylvanian countryside of Romania. Oh yeah! Look at that full motion video, baby. That beautiful bean footage. Look at that FMV. Look how gritty that is. Look at the polygons. Are you glitter bombing me? Behold, the most evil Lego set on Earth. Hi, Kiku. Yeah, so, yeah, when I played this as a kid, this section entirely silent. So this is why, like, you guys keeping me abreast of the audio levels is very important. Because this shit is... But one thing I like about this game in particular, tiny bit of lag. One thing I love about this is actually the final level of a Rondo of Blood. So what's cool is that this game literally picks up at the very end of the previous game. Go ahead and quickly hit the switch. Get up here and get some goodies. Heart. Dark Shield, Firebrand, Battle Air, Moonrod. Now, keep in mind, none of these things matter. Shield Rod. are. Now the shield rod, if you watch a speedrun in this game, the shield rod is like breaks this game wide the fuck open. But none of these things matter to Richter. If you have played Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, yes, this is that Richter Belmont. Or if you've watched Castlevania Nocturne, this is that Richter.
Die, monster! You don't belong in this world.
It was not by my hand that I'm once again given flesh. I was called here by humans who wish to pay me tribute.
Tribute? You steal men's souls and make them your slaves.
Perhaps the same could be said of all religions.
Your words are as empty as your soul. Mankind ill needs a savior such as you.
What is a man? A miserable little pile of secrets.
He said the line.
But enough talk. How about you?
He said the line. Time to kill him. Kill him. Oh, I didn't want to do the item crash, actually. So, fun fact, how well you do in this boss battle actually affects a la carte stats in the What's also funny is that when we get to play as a la carte, this attack we actually can learn as a spell. Yeah, if we die, yeah, we can learn the fireball. I gotta wake up. I should not be getting hit by this. Also, yeah, the Dark Inferno we can. That we had to actually. Now, we actually can't lose this fight. It is scripted. Here we go. Well, we're gonna get the worst stats. Because we got revived.
No, it cannot be!
So yeah, if we die, quote unquote, we get revived. But if we do that, a la carte actually starts with the worst stats. It was Richter Belmont, the legendary vampire hunter, who succeeded and finally ended the menace of Count Dracula, Lord of the Vampires, who had been brought back from the grave by the Dark Priest Shaft. However, one night 4 years later, under the glare of a full moon, Richter mysteriously vanished. With no idea where to begin her search, Maria Renard set out to look for him. He was then faded away. Castlevania, the Castle of Dracula, which is rumored to appear once every century, suddenly materialized from out of the mist as if to show her the way. Meanwhile, powerful forces were struggling for the soul of a man named Alucard. the very same Alucard who had teamed up with Trevor Belmont to confront his immortal father, Count Vlad Tepes Dracula. Alucard, in order to purge the world of his own cursed bloodline, had submerged his vampiric powers and entered into what is supposed to be an eternal slumber. But now he is awake and aware of the evil once again at work in his homeland. The time has once again come for the forces of good and evil to engage in their ancient battle. Dracula's castle beckons for you, and no man can say who shall emerge victorious. I have not seen the ritual. I have not seen it. I've been meaning to, and it keeps on happening. It's sad because it involves these characters. It's supposed to be Rondo and Symphony, so you know. I think I'd be all over it. And now the coolest intro scene in history. Game it. I can't do anything about it. It's so quiet already. All right, hang on. How's that, better? Double checking my maps here. Right hand, left hand. I can actually remap these, which is great. You know, the music is... The music just gets hella loud. Not gonna lie, the music just gets loud in this game. Okay, so... Mist, Bats, Wolf. Oh no, I want L2 to be Wolf. Yeah, let's fix that. I want... Oh, right. It's got such a weird remap on that. Okay. Alright, so I want... left hand on R1... No, actually I want left hand on triangle. Special on R1. Wolf on L2. Mist on L1. Bat on R2. Okay. Alright, so you will see that we have some good-ass equipment. We have the Alucard sword, shield, and the dragon helm, the Alucard mail, the Twilight cloak, and the Necklace of J. Do not get used to this. We've also got a potion and a neutron bomb. Do not get used to this. Yeah. You will get worse base stats. how well I remember this map. Also, if you want to know what the fastest method of travel in this game is, it is backdash canceling. It is not even close. Backdash canceling is the fastest way to get around. We will not be fucking with it. Because this is a casual playthrough. Now, none of this matters right now. I'm just going to level with you. None of this is important. Yeah, the idea being that you, if you time it right, I don't know how to do it properly, but if you time it right, the idea being that, like, you can see here, all like, I've seen stuff done. Do you lose levels? No, you start at level 1 regardless. Yeah, exactly. Wall chicken. Oh, it's the boy.
Ah, Alucard. What is your business here?
I've come to put an end to this.
Still befriending mortals. I'll not ask you to return to our side, but I demand you cease your attack.
I will not.
You shall regret those words. We will meet again.
What? You know all that cool shit we had? We don't have it anymore. As you can see, we have nothing. We have nothing. We don't have a damn thing. Now, what's interesting too is that there's a speedrun strat. I don't know how to do. There is death skip, which literally allows you to, like, sequence break the cutscene and you can keep all your shit. Also, before you ask, yes, I do want to try and 200% this if I can. You saw what we did with Bloodstained. Yeah, we're doing it here too. Do I remember where all the hidden walls are? No. But this game does have, you know, an autofill map system. So you can see, you know, there's a hidden room back in the hallway earlier. We just don't have the ability we need to access it. So we need to punch, like, we have to Minecraft our way through this shit and punch someone to death to get a weapon. So that's what we're gonna do. We now have a short sword. Oh, you're so mean to me for that. Alright, so now we have a short sword. It does not do a ton of damage and it is kind of slow, but it is better than our bare fist. God, this music is so good. Now, the only thing I hold against this game, this is the PlayStation version. The Saturn version has an extra boss fight. And that boss fight includes a rendition of Bloody Tears. And it's probably my favorite version of Bloody Tears. Oh, people do that all the time. You can absolutely do a punching only run. And there's our first item, Cube of Zoe. Which we want. We want that Cube of Zoe. So Cube of Zoe is going to be on. Cube of Zoe allows us to go through blue doors. If we have not encountered it yet. But we will soon. Have any of you played this game before? Chat? Okay, we got some armor, which is good. Sorry. Okay, we now have armor. It only gives us 2 defense, but that's 2 more defense than we have. I didn't say it was a good question, I just said it was a fair question. There's a difference. So the red bones actually regenerate. So we need to be very careful about them. Okay, there's another save room. God, the save rooms are so iconic in this too. So yeah, we can actually get up there. We can damage boost up there. If we time it right, we can actually just kind of scam it. Offhand, I actually can't remember what's up there. It's a Bacillard. Which is actually a worse short sword. It's a worse short sword. In terms of damage, I think it's faster. Yeah, it's a lot faster. It's a shank. We have the it's a punch dagger, actually, so... Yeah, it's significantly faster, so we can actually do some stupid stuff with it. We don't get to be real goofy, unfortunately, until we get to the library. we got some money. Yay. What we need is a shield. That would be the best thing we could get right now. And would you look at that? Just like that, we have a shield. The shop is in the library. We have our punch dagger, we have a leather shield. We are pretty well kitted out for this stage in the game. Now, hearts are pretty useless to us right now, as we have not encountered a sub-weapon. And we leveled up. So we didn't actually have to backtrack. But there's nothing wrong with it. And that money's gonna go quick, too. Oh, and now we have a sub-weapon. We have a dagger. This is your bargain basement starting weapon. He does. We got resist thunder, which is not tremendously important here. But we will be coming up on our first boss fight before too long. And these little bastards. That is a spittle bone. We do not like those. Alright, so keep this. Going to... Oh, nope, not quite. Almost. Ah, no, that would have been funny. Could you imagine? Could you imagine? Why do they radiate bastard energy? The axe armors are kind of rude. They are far from unbeatable. We now have a cloth cape. The little spinny things. Oh, the spittle bones? Oh yeah, no, fuck those things. So they are poisonous. Those droplets are poison. We do not want to get hit by them. Poison sucks. And finding an antidote at this stage in the game, spittle bones just on their own merits really aren't that bad. Yes, the cape did change color. So, this game is interesting in that every weapon, every shield, and every cape has a unique sprite. The other items, due to limitations, do not, but these items do. So every time we get a new cape, it will look slightly different. The default cape, quote-unquote, actually doesn't have any stats. Now, my personal favorite, one of the late-game capes, its whole, like, gimmick is that you can change the color of the cape. That is the axe. We want the axe. The axe is a thing that we want. And here's our first Cube of Zoe door. Actually, I'm kidding. No, we need the Jewel of Open for this. The Cube of Zoe just lets us see, like, stuff. The Cube of Zoe is the game's in-universe explanation for the HUD. Which I think is really funny, that it's like, yeah, we have a magical item that gives you the HUD. The Jewel of Open is what lets you through those doors. So we need to get the Jewel of Open, and then we will come back. But we're about to fight our first boss. And this game does follow the tradition of the first boss just being... like, it will be a regular enemy later on. But we do want the axe. One unfortunate thing that, one advantage that Richter has over us is that Richter can item crash. We cannot. Alright, it's boss fight time, guys. It's time for the lads. Flagra and Gaibon. There goes our big advantage. That's one down. Now, unfortunately, the pike does go through the shield. All right. We now have our life max. We have a higher health total. Very Moon Prism of Power review. Oh my god, it's Angel. It's a leather shield, but yeah, no. How dare you doubt the power of my giant Baleo roll? Hi, Angel. How are you, sweet? Good to see you. Fun fact, that Lethal Company stream, I was on it. I probably should have advertised that in the Discord. But we had a lot of fun. That's a good time. Let's see, Jewel of Open. Trying to remember. Alright, we got sunglasses. Cool looking sunglasses. They make us so this is the cool thing. Hololive is doing a concert at AWA. Oh wow. I like the arachnophobia mod. So if you haven't played Metroidvanias, one thing that's really cool is that you will see a fair number of items that actually make some things better and some things worse. Like, I love how the sunglasses make us better defensively, but they make us dumber. Oh, you're streaming Persona tonight? Excellent. Well, if I finish before you do, then I'll pop by. Yes. Remember this from earlier? Shortcut unlocked. But yeah, you have a left hand and a right hand. Shields are just very good in this game, especially with the shield rod. So the shield rod is a very interesting weapon in that you get a spell that corresponds to every shield in the game. Every shield has a unique spell. So the shield rod actually makes your shields into magical items, which is just kind of dope, if you ask me. It's just kind of cool. Also, we can just hold the Bastillard there. We can hold that indefinitely. So in case you were wondering, the bloody zombies are in fact called bloody zombies. Because they are bloody and zombies. Some save points liberally sprinkled throughout the castle. Very useful, very nice. But no, as you can see through the diagram down there, I've had a pretty comfortable grip on this, so. I also think it's great that they howl when they die. Okay, I think the Jewel of Open's actually up through here. Oh! Now we have the Reflect Gem. potion. And we found a door. I love how they use this to disguise the load areas. So this is the Marble Gallery. The Marble Gallery will lead us towards the outer wall, and the game really starts once we get to the outer wall. However, there's still plenty we can do before we hit the outer wall. Damn you, spittle bones. Right, we are just double checking our map to make sure we're not missing anything obvious. We need the Jewel of Open to go back there. So we're pretty much done here for now. Haunted suits of armor. Do you have a thing for haunted suits of armor, Isaac? We don't judge. Kiku's about to have a time, though, because we're about to meet soon we're going to be meeting a monster that I know she's going to have feelings about. Is it this room? No. We're playing one of these games. Of course there's a treat for Kiku. Okay, we got the table. The inn called Last Winter Night. Bone meringues. Okay, we need. I don't think we don't need the high jump stone for that. The high jump stone does help with that. Okay, we've got the marionettes. That one is glitched into the wall. Spirit orb. Remind me what the spirit orb does. Ah, yes. The cube of Zoe actually allows items to manifest, and the spirit orb shows us how much damage we do. Yeah, I know. I know I said literal. I know I literally prefaced this by saying I played this game before, but it hasn't. I do love this game, though. So much. God. Soundtrack is crazy. Can we just agree that anything that Yoshitaka Amano has ever drawn at any point in his career is hot? Can we? Ball armor. We got a boomerang! These things do occasionally drop boomerangs. They are single-use items. Good in a pinch, we don't need them right now. Ghosts. So these little bastards are a problem. Which is why we are ignoring them. Cthulhu. In case you were curious, we are probably here entirely too early, but that's fine.
Noisebird told me to say make sure to pick up and use the red rust. Best weapon in the game.
We are not using the red rust. Don't even. So we do actually have the red rust. So the red rust has the distinction of being a two-handed sword that does less damage and is slow. It's objectively the worst weapon in the game. Because it actually does less damage than a bunch of one-handed weapons and is slower than them. The Bastillard we have right now so thoroughly outclasses Red West, it's not funny. Alright, we've completed the loop. The loop is completed. Man, look at that map completion. Yum, 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 yum. Bird, how are you doing? I know that Bird and Yelly were out doing a little photo shoot tonight. Did you get the shots you wanted? Really wanted. Why do you hate fun? You hate fun even more than I do. You know, I really hate fun. Alright, fine. You want to see how good the red rust is? Fine, I'll put it on. You see this shit? Very good. You know what? I'm gonna be I hate to say it, I'm gonna have to issue myself a challenge and use something that's not the red rust. It's so bad. All you're seeing was the critical hit, of course it's all you see. Yeah, no, sometimes when you swing, it just doesn't do anything. I'm trying to remember if there's a way to cheat over that, or if we have to damage it. We can come back with the leap stone. It ain't that important. I'm quite fond of our Bastler, to be honest. It treats us pretty well.